All right, y'all, what's up? This is Pretty Brown Rise. And so we're picking up with is the day after Tamika Scott dropped all the receipts because she had been pushed to the brink. And now Latasha Scott and her husband, Rocky Bivens, go to the Ricky Smiley morning show, and she has all the selective amnesia in the world and all of the fake outrage. And now she wants everything handled privately after they've been cutting up in front of the world stage for the past few weeks. So let's take a listen.
Right now, we're going through it in the public eye. And I just ask that people would allow us to do that without judgment and allow us to be sisters and figure this out.
Did y'all take the money? And I know you said in a report that, to get your sister back, you would give her back the money. And $30,000 is not that much money, especially with you and Rocky. So my thing is, did y'all take the money? Did you cash the check?
I never said give something back. I said I wanted my sister back.
Oh,
and I said if it takes $30,000 to bring us back, then I would.
First of all, let me say this. Gary is slick and messy. But secondly, this is something that happens a lot with Latasha and Rocky when they talk. And I'm going to tell you why. All of this confusion between what you all said and what you meant and what was implied, none of that would have to happen if you all would just be more direct when you talked about things. Or better yet, if you stopped talking about it altogether. Because like you said, y'all done went on this whole diatribe on this morning show about how you don't need to be talking about it and so forth and so on. Why is this being played out in the public and in front of the cameras? Is it for a storyline? Just wait and listen. I'm going to let you hear all of that. But it's amazing to me that this just shows how many different postings and YouTube videos and interviews that you've done about this, but yet and still you sitting on Ricky Smiley now talking about how this needs to be handled privately. And again, y'all gonna bring y'all mama into it later on when Rocky starts talking and all of this. You want somebody to be quiet now because you got exposed and you all do not have a real comeback for this. But in the spirit of being fair, let's play what she did say on one of her 80,000 interviews that she's done about this. What she actually did say on her Cocktails with Queens interview. So let's hear that for the record.
And I think the misconception for me is that I'm a mean girl or that I'm a thief. Even with this $30,000 allegation from my sister, of which I've always wanted clarity since day one. I've called, I've reached out, I've sent voice messages, to try to get clarity, because you're talking about something that happened 10 years ago that I know nothing of. And I'm finding out in scene. So my thing is was this for a storyline or is this real life? Because in real life, me and my sister, we talk. And you're talking about 10 years ago, and I'm calling you. And if somebody accuses you of something, they should be able to talk to you about it. It's not even about the $30,000. It's about having my sister back. I'll give you that. But at the end of the day, you need to talk to me. I don't want to hear from somebody. You're talking to everybody else outside of me. Talk to me.
Now, your dad did an interview that said that you changed your phone number and won't give it to him. And then they've said this several times on the show. So it's hard to get in contact with you sometimes, sweetie.
Said on Cocktails of Queens that is not true and it's fake news.
It is.
And you would give it all to have your sister back. You want your sister back.
And the thing is, the cameras are off now, so she need to talk to me.
Yes, indeed, baby. Just like your mama taught you, talk off camera.
That's what I said. But no, it's a very delicate situation. And no, we didn't steal anything from her.
All the checks went to you and your husband.
That's not true.
She alleged that you and Rocky changed the address to your apartment in New York versus her house in Hampton. Did that happen?
First of all, my sister didn't live in New York, and no. All of us were staying with my mother, but no.
Okay, look, we're going to have to stop right here because I need somebody to explain this to me. How is it that two grown women, at least one of which is married to this producer extraordinaire, world-renowned, that's worked with everybody, and he's so successful and so great at what he does, yet he hasn't been able to make you successful, but let's just move on. Why were you and Rocky grown and married with a child at your big age, staying with your mama? And then also, in this interview is the first time that I'm hearing somebody say that Tamika was also living with the mama. What in the world was going on here? But this is, we need some clarity on that. And if anybody knows, drop down and tell me in the comments so that I can know and understand why these grown women who were married are living with their mama. But also, this is what this really lets me know, which is what we've known all along. This is how broke, busted, and disgusted you all were. You needed Candy and Tiny. You needed them. So why it is that you all are acting crazy now, I don't know. Why it is that y'all acting so brand new, or more specifically, Latasha, you are acting brand new and ungrateful. I don't know. But if I were Tiny and Candy, I would not have anything to do with you. Or like you said in that video, I would not toss you another bone. Remember when you said that about Candy? Well, you got to look at how you treat people. I just wanted to say that. But if somebody has any clarity as to why they were grown and married and still living in their mama's house, grown and married with kids, where were the kids? Like, none of this makes sense to me. How broke were the Scott sisters at this time? If somebody knows, drop down in the comments and tell me, because this is getting confusing. But it could be cleared up if you all would talk about some of this and tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth instead of setting up these smoke screens. Now, let's move on. Oh, and just one more thing that we need to clear up. Didn't the paperwork show that Tamika lived in New York, and also Mama Diane said that she lived in New York. As a matter of fact, let's run that clip back because I know what I heard and saw.
Tamika told me when we filled out the paperwork, she was living in New York then, and I still have the paperwork, and I filled it out, and I put it. Her address was all in New York and everything.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I knew I remembered her saying that. And so now let's get this straight. Tamika, your sister is lying on you. But why is Miss Diane, who don't have a dog in this fight and ain't got nothing to do with it, lying on you? And oh, remember, once again, she just said she still got the paperwork. So my question is, what are y'all going to do when Miss Diane have to come and pull the receipts out on you? And I could have sworn that I just found a Buffalo, New York address for Tamika Scott. But maybe there was a different Tamika Scott at that time. I don't know. But let's move on, because why would Miss Diane be lying on you? It doesn't make sense. Are y'all going to refute everybody's receipts? Because you didn't even explain these receipts and whose signature it was and all of that. You didn't really address it, but we're just going to keep listening. Let's move on.
Well, she said she didn't know who Edwin or Edward Bivens it was, and she found out that was your husband.
Okay, well, everybody knows it's not true.
Everybody know what's not true.
Edward Bivens, come on now.
Oh, I don't know his name.
Okay.
I know his name.
Well,
Rocky.
she does.
Oh. Well, let me just interject and say what I've been saying the whole time. Even when Candy, Tasha, and Tiny came on Dish Nation, I've been around y'all since I was kids, and what I do know to be true is no matter what you did or said when we was little, your sister would definitely take your side, whether you was right or wrong.
And vice versa.
And I guess that's how sisters do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it was so that made it like 2 against 2, and it made it, because to me you always seem like the person everybody had to listen to, I guess because you was the oldest. But Candy always seemed to be the one that was hurt and slighted because they had to take your side and follow what you said do.
You said Candy was hurt and slighted?
Yeah, slighted because everybody took your side because you kind of was the leader of the group.
Right, but in what instance can you say that about?
Remember we used to be on tour and stuff like years ago. Just Candy would just always seem like she would be sad. Just I don't know, different instances. Like we was on tour for a long time. We did a lot of stuff together back in the day when we was kids.
I don't remember her being sad though.
Really?
No.
Oh, I think I've seen her be sad a lot and kind of like down.
And are you saying that that's because of me, Brett?
I'm saying because they took your side most of the time. It seems like. Because even if you wasn't right or if you was wrong, your sister would always take your side, and you was like the leader of the group back then. Was you not like the leader back then?
Well, at the end of the day, that's my sister, and most times when you have a sibling, that's the bond that you have. It's not so much as trying to bully anybody. It's just that's how we were brought up. That's the bond. As far as me being the leader, I've always been that person who when it comes down to it. Musical, making sure everybody was on their notes and stuff like that. So when you're speaking, I don't know what instance you're speaking about.
I actually rewatched the other show. What's the other one y'all did before this one? And I think she was like almost crying, saying, "How could you not see when she was sad? She was sad all the time, and she felt attacked all the time, or something like that."
Oh, okay, well, no, I don't remember that. I remember her saying that she felt like we didn't have a bond, she and I.
Right.
But not that she was sad all the time. This is my first time hearing that.
You know what? This is just. Latasha Scott is just for real. You are just unserious. This is the point where, if we were on social media right now, we would have somebody just put the BFFR with a meme with somebody giving a side eye or rolling their eyes or so forth and so on. Because this girl just said with a straight face that she don't remember nothing about Candy being sad or, none of this turmoil that was going on or Candy ever expressing this to her. And Brant was like, no, because I just watched the reruns of the other show that was like from 7 years ago, and I remember her saying it on there. And Tasha was like, nah, I don't know what you're talking about. Well, since you don't know what you're talking about, let me show you exactly what you're talking about. Since your memory's so bad all of a sudden.
Is what happened to us, what we went wrong, but we gotta make it right. To me, I feel like you and I have never been on the same page, ever. Ever? Like, no. When we first met, I remember saying to your sister one time, I don't think your sister liked me. This is my first time ever hearing this. What made you feel that way? What did I do to make you feel that I did not like you? I looked out for you, Candy, in a lot of ways. I felt like, okay, she doesn't have a sister. I felt like I was that older sister to you. If I said something to you, I feel like maybe you should tell me now. I don't know what happened. When we started doing the group stuff, there were plenty of times that I totally felt like it was y'all versus me. I don't even know how you came to that. I don't know where you was by yourself. I don't. Okay. I don't get that. This is frustrating. What? Because it's like, I don't know how you didn't see it. It's like, how did you not see it? I didn't see it. How did you not? I always felt that way. Always. I used to call my mom. I was on the road sometimes and talk about it because I always felt like that. Don't do that. I did. I'm serious. Don't do that. I'm just saying. I'm trying to be cool with it. It's like, I don't know how you did not see it. I didn't see it. It was like that all the time, Tasha. All the time. We would come together when it was time to perform. We would get that right. But everything else, you and I were not on the same page.
Okay, girl. You know what? I see what you're trying to do here. You going for the insanity defense. You going for the plead the fifth. I forgot. I can't say for certain. That's what you're doing. You building up your defense because you trying to say, well, see, Your Honor, if I couldn't remember this from just 5-6 years ago, then surely I wouldn't be able to remember some money that I stole from my sister 10 years ago. I see what you're doing there, girl. I see. I got it, girl. Okay. Well, that's my unpopular opinion anyway. You know, allegedly and all of the other things that we say when we know what it is, but we can't say what it is. But now moving on, building their other defense and their other pivot move that they're trying to do. Let's listen to her and Rocky try to play the victim now that all of this running your mouth in these streets has backfired on you. So check this out. The nerve.
Listen, I'm going to say this. The other day I got a phone call because I want to address this. I got a phone call from Tasha K, right? Didn't know I was being recorded. Just talking. She trying to get an interview. And all of a sudden, the whole world is replaying something I said illegally, because I didn't know I was being recorded.
Lord have mercy. Rocky is so unserious that it just unnerves me. How about this, Rocky? Nobody would have gotten the opportunity to illegally record you had you not called in trying to run your mouth. This is what happens when you play stupid games. You just got a stupid prize. And somebody that's better than you outsmarted you. You called into that show to start up nasty rumors about your sister-in-law and your wife's group mates. And it has now backfired on you because you're saying that you don't know that you were being recorded. And now it's illegal. Illegal? Really? So now we're worried about what's illegal. Let me tell you what's illegal for sure. Stealing money. That's illegal for sure. But anyway, let's keep listening to this little charade that they going on. This little cleanup work that they trying to do.
And she called because of this female that is saying a bunch of stuff that I've been told to be quiet about until it, plays out in court.
But can y'all understand that when it's 7 people on this reality show, and since day one, I have been attacked on every level. The minute I said I wanted to do music, gospel music, I have been attacked. You've never heard nothing about me. I've been a wife, a mother. I've done my job. I'm in this industry. So now it's coming where the television comes on and everybody's for TV.
Oh, I'm a bully too. I'm a bully. I control my wife.
Saying,
I tell her what
I don't
to
have
do.
a brain.
Of course I know the song, Ike. I wrote it.
Latasha, I'm gonna just go ahead and tell you right now, sweetie, this dog don't hunt. And you sound real unserious. You sound like really ridiculous right now. And I'm gonna tell you why. Now you're trying to pivot so hard to now say that it's seven people against one and everybody is talking about you and making you out to be the bad guy. No, ma'am, that can't be true and that can't be how you feel because you were just on social media siding with SWV against your group mates. Now you're saying that it's 7 against 1 and it's everybody on the show against you and they're just now what, jealous of you or they have a problem with you all of a sudden because you love the Lord so much? Do you hear this spin that she's trying to put on this? Like, it's absolutely ridiculous. I mean, like, I can't even take you all seriously. And then Rocky, imagine the nerve of this man sitting here talking about you are just, oh my God, you can't believe because people now are trying to act like you are a bully. Baby boy, let me show you acting like the bully. Let me show you those receipts. Let me show you being the bully because y'all memory is real bad.
Oh yeah, one of the threats were that my tape, I have a sex tape that I did. Yes, when I was in my 20s, I did a sex tape. So, I didn't want to take it back to my house, so I gave the tape to my sister and told her to hold it. So I went back to get it. She said someone stole it out of her safe. So I said, okay, well, who got the safe code? Who got the code to your safe? She said only her and her husband. But somebody stole my tape. Now I'm about to be blackmailed by them. If I don't apologize, they're going to put the tape out. This is what the text says. So
I've been doing this before I got with him.
And Brett, you know me. I know you quiet over that now, but you know me. I'm saying you know me. You know.
We got history.
We got history. You know, right? You know I ain't the guy to be running around here doing no rah rah. I would think you would know that. You ain't never seen me on no rah rah. No, I'm acknowledging you on here. I'm saying, Brett, you know me, so you know what I'm saying. You ever heard me do some BS out here in the streets? Oh, okay. Yeah. No, I ain't talking about that because I ain't got no mission. No, I'm saying, what up, Brett? You know me. I'm your, like I was saying, yeah. I wasn't saying it like that. I'm just saying, like, oh no, I didn't say you said nothing. Hey, Brett, what's up? She trying to, what's up? She shot town too, right?
That's what I thought you were saying.
Yeah.
Hell no.
Baby, this went on for a whole lot longer. Like, it's an extra 5 minutes probably of the back and forth of them trying to make her, man, you know me, we go way back, we used to be cool. Both Tasha and Rocky was trying to do that to Brad, and Brad was not claiming none of it. She is over it. She is making it clear that she is not siding with them. But did you see how Rocky got a little bit keyed up? It shows you that he's not a stranger to going off and popping off on women, just like he does men. But see, he caught himself. He realized, oh, my slip is hanging, so let me calm back down. But Tasha has had a nasty attitude the entire time. Anyway, let's just keep listening to the lies.
I definitely have felt bullied. I have. This whole show is about me. You can't even talk about the other girls. And if I was them, I'd be upset. Because not once have they shown anything really about their lives. It's all been predicated on what people have said about me. And I don't understand how I'm under attack. Every time I turn around, it's something. People are accusing me of things that I don't know nothing about.
Okay, so right here is where Ricky Smiley is telling her, do me a favor and clear up the situation about this check. Make it clear for once and for all. And this is her response.
I can't clear up nothing I don't know nothing about, Ricky. I can't clear up nothing I don't know nothing about.
So that was,
I know what I didn't do. I didn't take nobody money. What did you... Where my name... I'm saying, but where my name at, Brett?
All right, so right here is just Brad going over and doing like a brief recap of everything that Tamika said on her 18-minute video that's online.
Mm-hmm.
Edward. That's my name. That's my name.
What? But I'm saying, what does that got to do with her?
No, she didn't.
I said everybody. No, I said everybody know that, and you just said, Brad, I didn't know that. So no, I didn't say what you said.
No, she was saying that they knew that was my name.
I said they knew, and you said.
Yeah, no, that is my name. And Brad, y'all, let me say this. Ricky, Brad, Gary, everybody about this situation. Yeah, it is a family situation, but if we say something of what it is, then it opens up another thing of what it really is. So I think that me personally, I'm going to stay quiet because I'm being accused so that it don't go further. I think it should be dealt with within the family because I can say something.
And at the end, you was not Brad, you was loving on me. Brad, you was loving on me back in the day.
Okay, Charlie, I'm skipping over this part because all this is a bunch of back and forth and bravado between Tamika and Brad about whether or not they were friends or whether or not Tamika was mean to her 40 years ago.
No, I didn't cash the check, and I'm going to stick to my mother-in-law's wishes to keep it in the family. Not, she asked me to
keep the family together and not do this.
It's so much I want to say. I swear they telling me to shut up. Yes. But I'm going to respect my mother-in-law because that woman don't deserve this.
No.
And if I say something, it's going to be bad.
Child, y'all so unserious with this. Y'all done from calling in and you done 20 minutes with Tasha K. Latasha has done another 11, 12 minutes on her own on a second YouTube channel that she has. Tasha has done 3, 4 radio interviews now, and she always does her radio interviews by herself. She don't even do them with the rest of the group because she needs to be able to trash the rest of the group and make herself look like a victim. So when did the mother-in-law ask y'all not to do all of this talking? It must have just been last night after y'all got aired out, because before then, y'all were doing a whole lot of talking. Let me refresh your memory.
The top of 2022, my husband initiated the conversation with the label for me and my sister to do a gospel album. You know what's crazy? The very first scene that I filmed was at my mother's house with my sister. Now you tell me how you do a flashback scene when there was never a scene before that. Let's talk about this $30,000 lie. Now keep in mind, I learned it was $30,000 when I watched it with y'all. Now let me get this straight. She said it was 10 years ago when she was pregnant with my niece. This was supposed to happen before we filmed Still Kicking It. Then we went on to do the Great Escape Tour and we made millions. So now we're Escape 3. And then Rocky brings more shows. We made more money. And I still ain't heard about no $30,000. For the record, I did not steal $30,000 from my sister. What's crazy is the things that y'all didn't see was me addressing the issues that I had with the group. It conveniently just got cut out. See, I addressed Candy first. I told her I did my part. I guess that triggered her because she started that crying thing. Now let's be clear. I never said that she didn't sing lead. I said she had an issue with me singing lead. Keep in mind, Rocky and I have been together for 28 years. But when I said my vows, I meant that. So y'all pray for me.
Nah, sis, how about this? How about you pray for yourself? Because remember, you the gospel artist and you the one that's all good and holy, right? Also, you got Rocky by your side and you definitely got your mama by your side. So y'all team, y'all little gang. So how about y'all all pray for each other while we pray for your sister? Because the way that we saw your mom interact with you and your sister and show that favoritism on national television, coupled with a whole lot of other things that you and Rocky have done and how everything is unfolded, I 100% believe your sister when she said this.
Lying on me and my other group members, sending threat text messages from an anonymous number, but then turn around and do a video and say the same thing that's in the threat text. First of all, Her husband says that I sent him naked pictures. He's evil. A lot of stuff has happened over the years where I have protected my sister and her husband because I wanted a family. I didn't want to be an outcast. I didn't want them not to love me anymore. So I took a lot of things, not just off of them, but also off my mom.
Yes, indeed, honey. And Tamika, we believe every word. So, Latasha, I really hope that this helped refresh your memory. But you do know that the only thing that you and Rocky can do now, as the trap rats that you all are, is to sue your sister if she's really lying on you. And we all know why you can't do that. So, checkmate.